Hey everybody, Rhadamant here for episode 85 of Kenshi. So before I get going, I wanted to mention that last episode I posed a question, and the question was, should I move bases? Should I basically change where I live? I've been living in the Fog Islands for a long time now, but I did just wipe out the Aquanut Valley. So there's the idea that I could move around here, and there'll be 3 nice, friendly cities for me to trade with within range. I haven't really exactly picked out a spot, but and nor will I actually put up a formal post, a formal poll. But if you think I should move, let me know in comments. If I get enough comments that confirm that I should move, I'll try to do it. But what I will do when I'm moving is to attempt to not have the entire episode be about base design. I'm going to do it somewhat in the background while my raiders do other tasks. I might have Green and Beep help to haul, plan, and Pingu around. But other than that, I think I'll try to multitask as best as I can. I'm just currently checking in on my base. We still have a lot of dead fog around that we have not yet disposed of. Bard is still trying to crank out the bolts because I tend to use them about as fast as he can make them. And last episode I also speculated, speaking of which, I speculated should I attack the southern hive, and here they are telling me to, or slinging sort of racial insults, thereby further confirming my desire to clean them out of existence. So I'm going to head deeper into Southern Hive territory. Their queen, the Queen of the South, sort of the counterpart to Jon Snow, is the wielder of the Mato polearm. So a nice, handy anti-animal weapon to obtain from a very xenophobic leader. She famously, the Southern Hive, attacks just about everyone on sight. So although they are a real faction and have political structure, much like the Fog, they're not cannibalistic, but much like the Fog, they will want to try to kill everyone they can, because they suck. What is going on? Oh, there's just some fog. I'm just making sure that I'm not getting a full-fledged attack. I do have a lot of pending raids. Oh, no, actually, I take that back. So the Dust Bandit raid is broken. I really haven't seen Dust Bandits in ages. But the Wrath of God raid that the Holy Nation threatened never showed up and actually got removed from the pending raid list, which is cool. Alright, so the Royal Valley is where you're going, or where I'm going to find the Queen. They named it as such for probably obvious reasons. And just geographically, it's pretty easy to identify where cities are going to be. There's a nice crater there, and a road runs through it. And this is true as well if you, well, sometimes. Like the ominous place is pretty clearly there'd be a city there, even if I didn't know about it. Just from the geography, you can kind of tell that it's been changed and deformed around the cities. So looking around, the UC cities aren't actually fully hostile to me yet. But that will change when I aid the anti-slavers in capturing nobles and turn them over to Tin Fist. Much like the Shek, and how the Shek really didn't do anything, the anti-slavers tend not to do very much either. You have to do a lot of the legwork yourself. Checking in on my food. We still have plenty of it. The bolts is what I mostly worry about, but we should be alright. And here's a very cool twisted path. Oh, hello. Drone guard. The closer we get to the queen, the more likely we are to find drone guards. I'm not ready to use ranged yet. I don't feel like it's needed, but soon. Soon it will be. Range wouldn't really help in this terrain anyway. It's too tight. We would risk friendly fire a lot. So these guys aren't pushovers quite like the fog are, but they're not gonna put up that much of a fight. They'll get some licks in here or there. That's about all that they're gonna manage to do. It is a cool trick up there. I'm glad I'm not hiking this in real life, because that is a lot of elevation difference really, really quickly. And here's some more drone guards. And as you can see, I guess Burn took a chest hit, but more or less it's just minor nicks and scratches, except for Wing Wing. Wing Wing actually did get beaten on a little bit. We do have a whole lot of beds, so again, not so worried. I think all these guys are probably just your standard drone guard. There's no nothing different about that group. All right, so we are in the Royal Valley, and as you can see, it is expansive. It's sort of the opposite of an anthill, if you will. And I have discovered hive. Just called hive. It's probably appropriate. Boy, if it snowed here, sledding and skiing would be fun. Alright, Stubbs, why aren't you keeping up? There we go. Just keep it up now. And there, as you can see, there is the hive throne off in the distance, and I'm going to cut my teeth on it. So one thing I want to do is to make sure my rangers range. I haven't been here yet in this playthrough, and I kind of forget the entrance. Yeah, there it is. I'm definitely not going to go face planting into it. I want flay. All right. I want to use a little bit more tactics than just charge like Vikings. So I'll line up my shooting line at their entrance. These all are just standard drone guard. They do get some good hits in. One of the reasons is, and this was mentioned by Chronology, the pole arms tend to attack quickly. So although they don't do a lot of damage, they do area of effect. They do a nice area of an effect, and they swing more quickly than a lot of the other heavy weapons. So they get their licks in. So even if it's not the most heavily damaging weapon, you tend to take damage against them because they are very good at quick area strikes. As you can see here. You know, all the little, they're smaller red numbers. You know, I'm hitting for 50s and 60s, they're hitting for 15s. Some of that is just I have really good armor. Some of that is I'm stronger or have better weapons, but caught stealing. I'm also disarming them, or trying to. But yeah, I should not, and previously I'd sort of underestimated the use of polearms, but I really ought not to. because they do get their hits in. And here's an elite drone guard. I was kind of looking for one earlier. They have a slightly better loadout. Oh, I'm not going to be able to grab that Naginata on that one. And we are going to heal, repair, and disarm as much as we can. Now, unfortunately for the hivers, these hivers, hivers do go down quicker than most other targets. They have weaker bodies. Some of these drone, I guess these are soldiers, so they're a little bit tougher. I stand corrected. All right, taking a look at people, seeing if anyone really needs to have a... Wing is constantly the one that's most banged up. All right, Wing, you are going to, if I can, make a camp bed. Oh, yeah, I'm just about at town's edge here. He's going to have a little bit of a rest. Huh. His bounty is 3,000, but he's wanted by the Holy Nation for 32,000. Confusing. Terrorism, kidnapping. Yeah, I'm a real terrorist, according to the Holy Fuzzy Wuzzies. All right, let's choke up our range. Now, there's a bunch of enemies in there, and I don't want to face them all at once. Additionally, what I'm going to do is have my melee put on hold so I can sort of better control them. Nope. You will not mess with my sleepers. Okay, they're messing with my sleepers. Let's just clean up this group here. Set on hold and Wing with Griffin standing guard. Just picked Griffin arbitrarily, not for any good reason. Getting rid of their little pole arms. You know, for being old refitted blades, they are getting their licks in. They are no Inquisitor, mind you, but not to be... That's ours. Yeah, it is. Some of it is just the attack speed. It would not hurt to have me train on dexterity additionally. Splat. Alright, we're just sort of buying time here, cleaning up, and then I'm going to have some push in. So my robos were very, very hard to take out easily. Who have we been shooting? Oh, we shot some people over here. Alright, Mr. Robos, make an appearance. So we've got some elite guards here. And they have a bunch of enemies on the other side. Some of these are just little drones. They're not going to be all that tough. So let's draw out these elite guards. Bring them back to the firing line. The alarm has been raised, so there's going to be a lot of hivers coming out to tangle. So what I'll do is... form a line right in front of all my shooters. Try to keep the shooters free to shoot, to do their damage best. And then I'm going to take all of the meleeers off of hold and get it on that group. Making sure that Wing is probably healthy enough to get in on this fight. I don't want to be understaffed for this. All right, so some of their guys broke line and are causing harm. Plus, it is raining acid at the moment, which is not so cool. That gives the defenders a distinct advantage. Oof. I was attempting to save, but nope. No luck there. All right, green. We're going to separate you out. Make sure you can shoot. I'm going to pull the shooters back a little bit. They're getting harassed. And knocked out, actually. Now, yeah, these elite drone guards are much tougher than their regular drone guard counterparts. And as you can see, I'm getting my... I wouldn't say my butt is getting kicked, but it's a real fight. It's an actual fight, opposed to normal when I just, whoa, beep, flying around. All right, screen and silver shade. Let's go shoot this one. Get him off of Hobbs. There, down he goes. Do a little bit more micromanagement. Try to free up our eagle crossers. As you can see, most of my meleeers are down. Worried? No. Just means I'm getting toughness for free. Now, whatever happened to the one chasing Stubbs, I think is downed. Now, my crossbowmen have really good acid protection due to their long coats, but that is definitely not true for a lot of the others. They're trying to steal our goodies. God, they're so... The lines that some of these enemies have are pretty funny. Alright, definitely going to want to strip as many of the drone guards as possible. That was, by all rights, not an easy fight. I did have a lot of KOs on my own side. So having them punch for next fight would be ideal. Check in to make sure I don't have any really critically wounded people, and I don't. My armor, being as tough as it is, does protect me from... like critical wounds pretty well. No armor's perfect, and yeah, lucky hits can be, you know, enemies could have lucky hits, but doing my damnedest to try to keep that from happening. All right, so these shooters are going to go stand over here. Here's the Queen of the South. She's diplomatic status, if I could use my words correctly. Silver Shade. So here she is. I'm going to kidnap her. Didn't even really realize who I had until she was already done for. But, as you can see, not exactly human. Or hive. Kind of robot. I didn't want to spoil that, but yeah, the Queen of the South is not actually a hiver. There is lore that I don't want to be quoted, but yeah, there's a lore reason why she is not the way she is, or why she is the way she is, I should say. Alright, so we're patching ourselves up. And we're going to need some acid protection, because we're getting melted out here. Everyone's on their feet except for Kang. Kang might have a little bit of a coma. I'm not sure. We'll see. Some of these, some of these drone guards getting back up. We need to do a better job of stripping them all. They all sort of waited on playing dead until there was enough of them to jump back up. Alright, so the queen is looted. She's got nothing left. Unfortunately, we did just have a bunch more people go unconscious from that resurgence of knocked out people hopping back up. It's kind of annoying. I was hoping that I could get out of here sooner, but that's not going to happen. Now, if I want to avoid the acid, let's go ahead and take refuge inside, see if that helps. Yeah, that's helping. Okay. Well, if that's helping, let's go ahead and have everyone that's inside now heal up. Everyone should be on hold. All right, green. And Beep. Oh, Beep's conscious. Beep. And Hamet is unconscious. Mew is unconscious. I'm just trying to get everyone that's unconscious to cover. Just take a fall, drone guard. You're going to get yourself liquefied. Alright, so now we have everyone soon to be in cover. I think it actually stopped raining. Alright, there will be some patrols coming in, so there's some additional drone guards that are going to pose us problems. So what I'm going to do is just to start looting rather than to wait, because there is some potentially good stuff in here. Don't think I can't use their beds. Yeah, I can't use their beds because they're owned. They're now hostile to me? Oh no. Why weren't they before? Is the good question. Alright, so now my crossbowmen have their hands free. I'll have them be our frontliners. We're going to put that one down. And who could pick him up? Burn. That way we are free to shoot to cover our 6 here. So Rhadamant's maybe not the healthiest person to go poke around the base, but at least he can be... he can pick things quick. Now the Queen of the South is a little strange because she's not really wanted by anyone. She has no bounty. So I'm not exactly sure who to turn her over to. I might need to do some Google food to figure that one out. Got caught stealing? By who? Who's conscious enough to catch me? That's what I want to know. So despite having ancient technology, books, they clearly didn't... Oh, wow, there's quite a few of them over there. I'm gonna go fall back to the group. I might need to take one of the healthier members. So we have a lot of people with battered chests and legs and limbs and whatnot. Silvershade is pretty healthy as far as healthy goes. He can poke around. Masterwork pants. At this point, ooh, I actually don't know that. There's Ashland Dome number 3, placed on the map. Oh, they're calling me Nasty No Hives. He has a hive, it's just called Rhadamant. Clunk. Well, you're dead. So here's the Queen's throne. So let's check the boxes near the throne. Yo, I don't care if you catch me stealing. I'm taking it anyway. Don't want that. Pick this. Rhadamant's probably going to be the only one that... Oh, no. Maybe not. Alright, yeah, everyone else has a 0% for this safe, and then Rhadamant has a 90%. Just goes to show how much better Rhadamant is than everyone else at lockpicking. Honestly, with the way they were limping over, it's like the Walking Dead over here. Oh, Rhadamant got knocked unconscious by rain? I'm not exactly sure what knocked him unconscious, but let's take care of him. Oh, there's a lot of people right there. All right, so Silver, get yourself up. And pick up Rhadamant. And get back to the group. No, I think most of the elites have been taken care of. But there's still others that I need to worry about. And the terrain in this makes it very hard to find enemies before they're like on top of me. Alright, someone needs to pick up Mew. Rain will do it. And we're going to rotate. I am letting them off the hook here. Trying to go rampage. I'm going to go stand in the middle, actually. And put my crossbow up above for a nice vantage point. Hopefully that will help. Yep. Seems to be working. Rhadamant's now conscious. So no, don't bodyguard him. Put him down. And he'll poke into the chests. Wing. You're about to get back up. That guy's good as dead. So these are just normal drone guards. Their stats aren't quite as high as the elite drone guards. I like how they're still complaining that I'm stealing from the queen. You do realize I'm, like, holding your queen, right? She's right here on my shoulders. Whatever. Whatever you want to scream about is fine by me. Now, without my pack animals, I am going to have to carry out everything myself that I want to steal. But I didn't think there was going to be an abundance of stuff here, which makes it a little bit easier. You know, if there was a giant, massive amount of haul to be had here, that'd be a little bit trickier. Ooh, an AI core, though. That's, I'm not complaining about that. Even though Rhadamant was hurt, a standard drone should be not much of a problem. Alright, and we've already looted back there. I'm unfamiliar with the buildings such as this. This looks like an old dome. But I think I have it looted through and through. I'm fairly certain that I haven't missed anything important. So short of Miyu being unconscious, I think we're all set to go. I'm not really sure what to do with this queen, though. But hey, we have her. Alright, checking the movement speed of everyone. Ron is... Why is Ron so slow? Because he's holding Miyu. Now look at this dude. Dude, give up. Ron, you are slow because you are weighted down heavily. Oh, and right as I was about to prepare to leave, we get jumped by another drone guard group. And Seto's down as a result. All the more reason to get out of here sooner than later. So the longer we stay, the more likely we are to have some critical injuries, ones that you cannot easily recover from. Because our chests, a lot of our people's chests are pretty bad. And, you know, you can always replace a limb if you lose a limb. Not that I want to, but you can't really replace someone's chest cavity. Alright, so Seto is downed. So let's go ahead and have Beep carry Seto. And Green carry Miyu. Who's holding Miyu right now? Rain. So I'm having my Speedy Gonzalez people carry the wounded ones. Now, I believe that what will end up happening when I, Oh, there is mini hives here, which makes me think that there's still stuff left to loot that I forgot about. So let's poke back into there. Yeah, there's more buildings. I don't know if there's going to be anything of extreme worth. Some motors. Crappy shirts. It's still worth checking, you know, especially if I leave like an AI core behind. Leaving behind like crappy weapons and whatnot, no problem, but AI cores are hard to come by. Although I don't think there are going to be any AI cores in here. Or anything for that matter. Alright, what about mini hives? Yep, there's another cluster of mini hives on the other side. I don't really want to get in more melee fights if I can help it. Strong guards definitely did a number on me. Good for them. So but they did outnumber me like 50 to 1. Maybe not 50, but pretty high. Yeah, I'm gonna pull the plug. I got everything. I'm pretty sure. Slowest mover is Ron at 15. That's pretty slow, Mr. Ron. Let's try to speed him up. Ron at 18 now. Trying to figure out why Ron got encumbered all of a sudden. But whatever. Alright, out I go. Not really stopping to fight the remaining defenders unless they chase me like this one does. Oh, he's a Southern Hive Prince. Do you have a head for me? No, you don't. Boo. All the work, none of the pay. Oh, King looks pretty slow as well. Yep, King is slower. Yeah, there's a bunch of crippled drone guard around. Nothing that concerns me. They have to, Now, I think what happens when I imprison this queen or killer, let's not walk through there, is this might, I don't know who takes over the Southern Hive. It might be Fogman, which is probably even worse than the Southern Hive. Yep, these Fogmen are on the boundary already. So yeah, I'm pretty sure it's the fog. Because this hive is already fogged. So who ended up with the Mato polearm? Silvershade did. Silvershade. Now I have to figure out who should get it. Ruka? Maybe? Yeah. Let's give it to Ruka. She had an Edge 3 Foreign Saber. Wow, this music is intensely loud. So, give that to Beep. Ruka's Edge 3 Foreign Saber will go to Rain. I think everyone in this group has Edge 3 something or another, or Mato. Unless they're, of course, with Eagle Crosses, because that is definitely the exception. Alright. There we go. Queen of the South. So, the Queen of the South, killing or kidnapping her means that the Southern Hive will be invaded by fog. That is what the wiki says. And she has no armor, obviously, I did notice that. And she has a Mato polearm. Oh, beeps. Beak things. That's going to be a bit of a problem. Because I was already somewhat wounded. Doing a quick speed check. Making sure that Ron is now the slowest. I think. Mew's almost over her coma, though. So I think at this point, I need to maybe take the long route home. Now, there's no bounty on the queen, so I'm not exactly sure what to do with her. She would make a decent sparring partner. She is a robot, after all, and a tough one at that. So that might be something I use with her. But she... That will be a tough sparring partner because she's so damn strong. So I'm not exactly sure what I'm going to do to her. Or with her. Both. Both to and with. I'm not sure. Haven't really decided yet. But if we wanted a nice bed to rest in, Morn is probably not the place to go because it is so ruined. I'm just going to head straight back home. Queen of the South. She, for being a robot, doesn't actually have very... She's not very tough. So actually, she would be a terrible sparring partner, if that is true. Much worse than the other average robots. Alright, looks like Ron is back to full speed. Must have been an injury that just wasn't registering. So Burn is now slowest, because he's holding the Queen. I think I'm going to take a little bit of a long route home just to avoid the damn swamps. So I don't have that much of an interest in trudging through the swamps. Checking back on our homesteaders, which I haven't done in a long time. Another Masterwork lifter arm. Perfect. Plan and Pengu are camping the gate. Base is running as usual. Bard cranked out a whole bunch of wonderful armors. We do have all these plated drifter pants that we were supposed to hand out, and I forgot to. Let's pretend that I remembered, for my sake. Chung, where are you? Yeah, we have a bunch of idle people because there's no work that needs to be done. Really at all. The farms are probably full. The boxes are probably, yep, they're full. Yeah, we're doing pretty good. They've earned a rest, I suppose. Bard and Weak Air, like the only ones working. If I do want money, however, which I do. Oh, Weak A, you're gonna get this. I can have some of them. Some of them should keep crafting. Samurai leg plates. We're going to hand these out to the broken ones. So it looks like we need 3 more leg plates. So that's something to do. Molly, let's check on the weapons that you were supposed to be crafting us. Alright, so we need some more long swords. We need probably a lot. I'm going to move away from the katanas as they have too many penalties and start doing all long swords for the Eagle Cross users and the like. Alright, so Seto is conscious now, but is not worth putting down because she's slow. In fact, I'm going to pick Ron up for the same reason. He was falling behind. A free ride, right? Alright, Burn is leading the way, and we are going to we're going to go poke into these holy mines. I'm curious what became of them post Holy Nation downfall. Might as well answer my own question there. Now, just a reminder, I do want feedback as to bases, whether you think I should make a new one or not. So I'll be looking for that feedback. No joke. No bamboozle. Alright, Ms. Shrike. Got some of them pants, don't ya? Wait, what weapon did this one have? Oh, the old long cleaver. Yep. Okay. Now, as for the rest of my group, they all could be in leg plates too. So let's keep cranking out the leg plates until we get some masterwork ones. We're waiting on that. Making sure Wike is actually working, and he is. Alright, so this is a masterwork one. I'll set that aside. And back to burn. Alright, so we are just about at the Holy Mines. They're owned by the Shek. This one is. And now that I've actually moved there, as you can see, it's changed green. I needed to load the zone. And my guess is most of the area around are similarly swapped. So I'm going to hit up the Holy Mines and Holy Farms all the way to Shek Ruins. I mean, what? To Blister Hill. Hold on. What conversations was I just having? So the Shek were referring to me as leader, and then there was a conversation about who is the leader, and King said he'd leave, and then kind of everyone laughed at him. Alright, so this Holy Mine is owned by whom? I guess I could just click the building. Shek again. Shek probably took over almost everything. Blister Hill is probably going to be Flotsam Ninjas, but I'm curious just to see Blister Hill now that it has changed ownership. Beep got knocked unconscious for an argument, I'm assuming? Let's go and see that. Yeah, someone knocked Beep out due to him not understanding genders. This happens a lot. Alright, let's put him down. Who's the slowest? Still Burn. I'm curious if yeah, I don't think anyone really wants... I'm not really sure what to do with her corpse. Maybe I'll go into Bad Teeth and see if the Shek will take her. I'll just try to, like, put her in one of the Shek prisons. So this should be the police station? Yes, it is. Wow, Seto, you are way slower than everyone else. She was the last one to be recruited, and as a result... Nope, they don't want her. She doesn't really want to talk to me either. Alright, well, if they're not going to pay for her, I'm going to take her back. No one's looking at me, so I'm going to pick this lock. And knock her out. And kidnap her. Shek don't care. Now the thing is, the problem using her is she is, how to put this? She's a robot, but she's also a hiver. I don't know if she can wear what normal robots can wear, due to the fact that she is sort of a mishmash between hive robot. It does make her unique, but just because you're unique doesn't mean you're useful. And she looks gross too. Not that that really has any bearing on anything. Alright, slowest mover, Agnew. We're going to follow you, Agnew. And Agnew, you're going to take us home. I'm just going to toss her into the clink. I don't know what to do with her. If, you know, I'll crowdsource it. If you know what I should do with the Queen of the South, I'm all ears. I really am not sure. I'm glad I took her weapon, but maybe I just kill her? I don't know. Like I said, really, I truly don't know. So, if you have an idea, hit me up. Because I am not sure what to do. Taking a look, we have to make a bunch of more motors. Alright, so let's go and crank some motors out. Put week A back to work. So additionally, I'm looking for feedback. Queen of the South, what do I do with her? And also, do you want me to create a new base? So those two questions I'm looking for answers for, I guess. Well, looking at the clock, I've gone over my time allotment, so I guess I'll have to catch you all next time. So just to recap, we hit the Queen of the South, got the Mato polearm. Pleased by that. We did get our butts kicked a little bit, but we got out of there. No problem. Unfortunately for the Queen of the South, that hive now is definitely fog-owned. So, yep. Oh, well. We helped the fog inadvertently this episode, and that tends to happen. When you beat up one bad enemy, it usually just gets replaced by another bad enemy. That is the story of this game. I'll catch you all later, and just a quick reminder, I know I just said this, but I'm looking for feedback. Should I build a base? What should I do with the Queen of the South? And anything else, any other tips, drop me a line. I'll catch you next time. Thank you for watching. Adios.